Hello, everybody. Today we're going to look at another demo, but this time, this is a demo where me and a couple other people stomp really hard, but we're not going to look at what we did right that made us get 16-2 in this manner. We're going to look at what the other team did wrong, because that's probably more helpful than what we did right, because obviously we did a lot right, and I did a lot right because I went 21-2. I know it says 3, but he TK'd me at the end of second pistol round because I had only one death up to that point, and it was on the round that we lost. But you'll see. Okay, let's do it. Let's do that match. And let's skip ahead to the actual start. So let's start. Okay. So here I have a list of notes of stuff that I wanted to talk about for this demo review, which I guess this is. We're going to be pretty much watching the other team, which is these guys, the terrorists, as we go. And I have a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about on this sheet. So this pistol round, yeah, obviously they lose this pistol round, but... And it's actually mostly down to aim that they lose this. Like, he gets that kill. And it turns out pretty well, because now it's a 5v. Yeah, because now it's a 5v3. So it's starting to look pretty good for them. Then I get that guy, and then they get taken out from connector. So it's starting to look pretty okay. But then Eastern Eden comes in, and then he gets the second one. And then Crunchy Tacos gets the third one because then they get traded. And so yeah, he's totally got this. So yeah, that mostly came down to okay. That's probably better now. That's probably kind of loud. So that mostly came down to just aim, actually, but most of it was just not being aware and defending the entrances to the site because they weren't paying attention to connector or like CT, which is where like we got 2 from there, and then Eden came in and cleaned up pretty much. So yeah, the 2 players you want to watch on oh gosh, on the enemy team, like from like the CTs, are like me and Eden pretty much. Yeah. So here they're trying to go for a B take, and it's not really working, because I'm damaging people with the scout really badly. And I got the first guy through the wall because I knew he was there, but... And you can shoot through those side panels in apps, but So the problem with this is that he's kind of moving by himself through to connector. I mean, there is a guy on chair, technically, but yeah, there is technically a guy on chair, but that's not gonna help him at all because there's no like direct contact. You can't trade in that sense whenever something happens. Like, these guys are spread out far from each other. I mean, they see each other now, so they could probably trade pretty all right, given this guy hears my teammate, and he doesn't like pay attention to it. One of the main problems I see with this team is that, like, just purely skill, like, they don't seem like Harry Grandpa and Waifu Rin seem like they're pretty okay, like, for their rank, but the rest of the team just doesn't seem like they have a good enough skill, which is part of the reason why we just completely stomped them, is because it's not like they don't have any skill, because they do stuff, but yeah. And we have throughout this match that we have, it was especially apparent when I watched this demo for the first time earlier today, that they don't work very well as a team, whereas we worked pretty well as a team. Like, I only have like my one friend, Incubator AMV, there, like, is like the only person I know personally, but like I worked really well with Eden and with Crunchy Tacos, and the Morse code guy really liked to play A, and I really liked to play B, so I didn't really get to work with him, but he still did pretty well, and he's not doing too badly for himself. He has one MVP right here. So yeah, they're trying to go for an A take, and it's not working out very well so far. Round 3. Yeah, I should be on this guy. This guy's the next to die. So he loses that aim battle because he jumps with 13 health. He jumps over to where there might be a CT with 13 health, which isn't really a good idea. I mean, I shouldn't really... I don't think I should have to explain to you why that's a bad idea. They probably should be trying to go for the plant, but they aren't, and we win that pretty handily. Because it's like we should... They should be able to get that just like they did in the pistol round. Like, they should be able to get these things. Like, they're putting themselves into good situations, but then they don't take advantage of them. Like, a lot of the... Like, okay, so in summary, a lot of the individual skill on this team, it's pretty okay. In some situations, our skill comes out on top. They have... They don't really... They have, like, weird teamwork. Like this round, for instance. Like one guy buys an AK, and then a Nova, and a MAC-10, and the other guys don't buy shit. Like, that's not very good coordination, because you're supposed to buy together, and that just lets Eden pick everyone off with an op down in mid. And then Incubator, like, starting to clean up. This is round 4, so... So, like, here, like, he should totally be able to get this guy. The guy that's in a window. And then he does. He like, gets a headshot onto the guy that drops down to fight him. But I feel like he should have been able to tap Eden at least. But he doesn't. And right now, another thing about coordination, they have the bomb that's like out in the middle of nowhere because they didn't push right at all because Eden picked off everyone that was trying to... they're trying to do like this weird like split into mid to take mid control. But now 3 of them are dead, and now none of them have mid control. And then they don't check corners. So Incubator just takes them out, and then that guy drops down, trying to find the last guy, and he gets taken out by Waifurin. It's like a Waifurin and Harry Grandpa tend to be like the last people alive in this match, I've noticed, and Will Suck for Skins tends to die the first, like a lot. Like Will Skins, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the 18 rounds, Will Suck for Skins dies first. And for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out of 12 of the 18 rounds, it's either Waifurin or OG Grandpa that is last to die, pretty much in this situation. So, yeah. So now, yeah, Will Suck for Skins is buying an op for some reason, even though, I mean, none of them are really doing all that well. The only one who's neutral is OG Grandpa. Yeah, he's 4 for 4, but everyone else is doing worse than that. Yeah, he like even like Waifurin here, he's probably like I'd make him the second best player in this match, and he has 57 ADR right now, and OG Dirty Grandpa has 75 ADR, which is pretty decent. I should be in this round. So yeah. So yeah, they kind of do a failed A take here because they trade 2 for 1 with the Morse code guy who plays A, and they're starting to. And then he's plants, but I get him as he starts planning, and then this last guy, he just like we know he's here with an op in Palace, so it's like and Crunchy Tacos likes to lurk. He likes to go up behind people a lot of the time. He's one of those players. He likes to get aggressive in apps, and it works out really well for him too, especially in this match because they don't react to it at all. Like the other team just lets him do these things, but it doesn't matter because I end up pre-firing this angle that I know he is at, because that's how corners work. That's the other thing. Like I like just from my perspective, I didn't really see it with anyone else, but just from my perspective, like I take advantage of corners way more often than the other team did. Like there's like one of those is separate instances, and in the very last round, there's an instance where corners fuck the other team over so badly, like these guys, because they don't play corners well at all. So here they're gonna try for another A take, and it's not ending up very well at all. And it works out well because the guy getting aggressive on A gets taken out. He gets punished for aggression. Yeah, and then the guy jungle, Eden, who is in jungle, just ends up getting him. And then they trade Incubator back, but then we just clean up like really badly. Then, because I was rotating in from B, but it didn't even matter because they were already dead by the time I was rotating in from B. This is round 7. Okay, this is the first round where they actually start doing stuff. This is one of 2 rounds that they win right here, and it's all thanks to Harry Grandpa. Like, he's the 4K hero, pretty much. He is the only reason that they win this round. But we're gonna look at Bernie because he's entry fragging this time. Because he's entry fragging. And I'm right there. So I go here and take him out, and that puts me really wide out of position. And then OG Harry Grandpa just manages to come over, and as I'm focused on the other guy that's coming out of apps. So now he has my M4 for 1, and it's 2v3, and they don't have the bomb. So in theory, we as CTs should have this, but we don't because we play this badly. So this is one of the few times that Eden kind of fucks up because he doesn't like play this corner correctly, or because he knows that he should know that there's people on B, but he doesn't play this corner correctly at all. Yeah, and then Incubator kind of shoots at him for no reason, and that I guess it is Incubator's fault then because he tapped him like really badly. Yeah, and then that allows Harry Grandpa basically to win the round. So he gets a 4K, and then this last guy is just kind of hiding here, which is actually a bad spot, but he just chose to stick it there for some reason. Even though he could hear that guy right there. Because you can't move from that spot is the problem. And you don't have wide range of vision. So that's one of the 2 rounds they win, pretty much because I'm stupid, and then... So basically it was like three like fails right there. Basically. So basically we get really unlucky. I play stupid, and then Incubator accidentally shoots Eden, and then Morse code guy doesn't play that right at all. But now we have this round. So it starts out with good because we get a pick in middle, but then I completely wreck this push, like really. So I know they're pushing, but they don't actually push. They push slower than I actually think. I think it's literally rushing because yeah, they play this really slowly, and I get only 31 damage off.
I'm throwing smoke.
So now we've got this really weird thing because we're pretty sure they're all on this side of the map, but then I just hold that pretty well. And then they're pushing like really hard behind them, but it ends up not working. So it's a 2v3, and I kind of just hero play B site right here. Because I get that guy, and then I know there's a guy right there because you can hear them, so I go around and get that shot, that's a pretty good shot, honestly. But yeah, I just solo hold B pretty much. I mean, like Eden probably could have retaken it if because he's there on short, but he knows there's a guy that pushed around through top mid, so like that was a pretty good play, honestly. And I only have that 1 death. It was good. Okay, now we're not going to look at Meek. I just wanted to look at that 1 play because that was the play of the game right there, probably. Because they could have gotten momentum going, because then they would have had money, basically.
Deploying flashbang.
But no, now we've reset them effectively, and they do this weird pseudo buy. I don't really like it at all. What is this, round 9? So I should be on Bernie because he dies next. Because like I was saying, Crunchy Tacos is gonna go all the way around and get him because yeah, obviously Bernie's on 5 health, and he takes his knife out, and well, actually they're both really slow to react, but and this is kind of sad because this angle doesn't work out in Harry Grandpa's favor at all. That angle kind of really fucks him over. And now we're on to round 10. It's H1. And Bernie will be the first to die this round. So let's look at what happened to him. Yeah, I have this sheet of who dies when and all the stuff I want to talk about. So yeah, that's that.
Move it. Move it.
Yeah. So he buys. So they are doing another weird half buy where one buys a rifle, and the two buy pistols, and one buys like a.
Throwing
See how I throw Molotov delays this push. They're gonna try to go for another B push, but I'm there and I'm gonna stop them like really hard.
Throwing a grenade.
So yeah, they both. I just play bench like really well. Who 10? So yeah, they're currently like. Okay, so they're pretty much stuck in a. Well, this last guy's stuck in a. Caps. And he could have taken him out, but he didn't because I was really surprised to get this assist when I did, but I realized it was because of the grenade I threw that damaged him, but not the guy in front. The guy in back, yeah, because grenades bounce. But yeah, OG Harry Grandpa, for once, is slow to react, which is kind of sad. So now we have Rin here. They're gonna do another B push, maybe. That makes like 4 B pushes in the past 4 rounds, I think. Or no, they're gonna go for like a connector split, maybe. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Flashbang.
They're gonna go for a connector split because they want to take mid control, but it's not really working out for them at all. So he's gonna boost and instantly come face to face with an op. Come literally right smack in the middle of that op, pretty much.
Incendiary.
Like literally come right in front of the op, which is funny. So they're kind of they're away from each other, and we don't know where they are. But we got this one guy outside connector, and then this guy just does not use a Glock correctly. He just goes for like burst fire to the body when you're that close. You should at least try to go for the headshot, even with a Glock as shitty as it is. Like, just spam the head. Like he's like 2 feet. You're in connector. You're gonna be 5 feet away from a person. Just spam headshot at that rate. And now we're on to round 12, where yet again Will Suck for Skins dies first. What a shocker!
Incendiary out.
What an actual shocker! There's the scoreline right now. It's pretty decent.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
So he peeks and doesn't get that at all.
Incendiary.
Like at all.
I'm throwing smoke.
So yeah. And then this guy peeks and completely fails it.
Throwing a grenade.
Where's
Flashbang.
the guy? So now they're kind of stuck here in T-apps. It's really bad, but Incubator tries to push up from behind and it doesn't really work at all. So yeah, they kind of might go back for the connector split again, but then we start pushing through apps and he gets taken out. So these guys are stuck at top mid. So they have a good position here. So from here, yeah, they could do pretty much anything, and they could, if they peek correctly anywhere, they could win this round. This round is not over for them because they have mid control and we're spread out. Like really, like there's one of us on each site and the guy in T-apps where we think that they are, but they could be anywhere. Like we think they're there, but they totally could have rotated off at any point. So they decide to go to A, which is actually smart because both of us are really far away, and we should be far away because they just engaged us last hit. So he trades. That was a really bad op shot if I remember. Like I was watching Eden right there, and it was basically. and then he knows there's a guy there, but then he tries to go for it, but it's an op. Yeah. Like he tries to go for it, even though he could plant the bomb anyway. And yeah, he just gets the headshot, and not the headshot. The op shoots him back. So. Like that wasn't even head glitching. Like the entire top off of his body was there. So he could have done it if he had better aim, I guess. But so now we're on to round 13, and everything's a fun time.
Incendiary out.
So they try for it's not even mid control, they're just in apps. All four of them. And they're gonna try to go for this apps take. Even they know there's an op right there. So
Throwing fire.
yeah, but then I am there to help him. Normally this would be really bad if it was like just the op, because as he's doing the bolt action, like someone could just rush him, like with the P90. Like the P90's right here, so like someone else could rush him and get him before he has time to shoot another op shot. But I'm there, and I get two of them as they try to push him. So that's actually what he does is push the guy with the op, but then like there's two more behind him, so he's kind of fucked because it's a 1v5 or whatever it was like 1v4 I think. So yeah, second to last round. Once again, we have Will Suck for Skins up first for his death. And he has an op, so I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna lose the op battle with Eden. So we have 3 ops here, which is kind of silly, but it ends up working out really well for us. Yeah, he loses the op battle really quickly.
Incendiary.
And then Rin's gonna go for this like fast underpass play or something. Or no, he's just gonna push apps, but before the flashbang even goes off, like he just dies. So Eden is still watching mid, and he takes a shot at that guy. And this guy just has bad aim, so he gets wrecked pretty hard by the. And then he tries to jump shot the guy with an op, even though that's really bad. So Eden just like cleans up in mid as everyone continues to have bad aim on the other team. In this instance, this guy misses easy op shot. This guy misses another easy op shot, and he gets taken out. So it is the last round of the first half, and they're currently 13-1. It would be worse if it was 13-1 the other way, because Mirage is CT sided. So because we have the CT side locked down so hard, like they can't do anything. Like mainly because they aren't making plays correctly. Like they're not working as a team, and their individual skill is not good enough to where like they can get past that. Like the combined force of their mediocre team play and mediocre skills is enough to like completely shit on them. And they know they can't challenge this guy, because literally last round was them failing to challenge this guy. So they know they can't challenge him, so they don't remember at all. This guy just tries to tap at that range, which isn't going to work at all. Because tap it, you should just spray at that range, and then we start pushing the other guy, and you just got the last guy on it. This is actually the first time he's, it's been the second time he's last. But yeah, so that doesn't work out. Then he gets taken out by Morse Cody's in top mid, so there's 3 people around him, so he's fucked. So yeah, 14-1 round pretty much. I have 1 death in the entire half. That's pretty good. 1 death in the entire half. And now we go to the second pistol round, where once again we'll suck for skins. We'll die first, because he dies first a lot. Because he tries to like entry frag, but he doesn't have this like the quick reflexes to entry frag, because you have no information. So you need to have good reflexes and good aim to make entry fragging work properly. But he just is not good, and he's gonna defend B, which he's gonna be terrible at. So we decide just to do fast B here, and he gets taken out by me. And so you got the other guy market, but he doesn't aim onto anyone, so he just gets pushed real hard. So the guy pushing markets gets taken out by a guy, and then he dies. And then it's all on this guy, and then the guy market dies because we know he's there, and it's all on this guy Apps, who for some reason decided to take the silencer off his USP, which is really dumb. Never do that, please. So yeah, he just kind of gives up at that point, because it's 15-1 now. And the next round, and then I get TK'd because, yeah. So this next round they actually win, and most of it comes down to multiple mistakes on our part, for once, because we actually make a mistake for the second time in this game. But it's not good for them. Like it comes down to a 1v1, which
Throwing
gets
flashbang.
lost. So here comes Eastern Eden, who gets taken out really fast, so it's already pretty bad. And then Incubator trades him. And then one of the guys gets taken out in apps. And then we get taken out. And then... yeah, I take out 2, and then that guy takes me out because I'm caught on reload, pretty much. I got caught on the reload, and then this is the last guy, I believe. Because they're going to start fighting here. And this guy's going to try to use an R8, but he can't use an R8. And then he gets the 1. But their economy is not good. Like, even though... actually, it's no. They could do a buy. Like, they can do a buy, and they do a buy, but they have no utility, basically. Is the problem. Is that they don't have utility.
Let's move out.
And we don't have utility either, but the point is, we're going for a B take, and they don't have utility to retake it, so they don't really have retake potential here.
Incendiary out.
And this guy actually does kind of the right thing to do the anti-rush nade. Like, he does the anti-rush nade correctly. Yeah, this guy, I guess, can use the R8 just fine. But now we're pushing B, and then I get the P250 headshot off of him, which opens up the site, and now I'm planting the bomb. So now it's on these guys to retake the site, and they can do it, but they lose that aim battle to a Glock. And I picked up, I think it was Crunchy Taku who bought a MAC-10, so now it's a 2v2. And you got a guy who's walking through apps, because he doesn't know where we're stationed, so we could definitely be in apps, that's the correct call, but, so I beat this aim duel because he's aiming at Incubator, and then Incubator loses the duel with the guy apps, so it's me versus the guy apps, and I don't show myself.
Diffusing.
So he can't see me, but I can see him, and that's the angle I was talking about, because he couldn't see me there at all, but I could see him. So there we go. That's the demo. I hope you learned something from that at least, even if yeah. Even if they didn't. They didn't, like, again, the main things were they didn't react to our plays. Like, we won 6 rounds in a row to start off, and then they just decided to go B, and I was the only one there, because, yeah, I was the only one there, so they managed to rush me, and I did something stupid in getting the guy behind Van. I didn't need to. I should have just kept watching apps and wait for the guy Van to actually show himself. But, actually, that turned out not to be a good idea because then another guy dropped down into Van, went over top of Van, and then shot me. So I could have gotten 0 kills, but I ended up getting 1, so it's whatever. And in general, their execution was all over the place. I mean, it was kind of bad, but sometimes it was actually pretty good execution. We just beat them because they didn't check corners, or they didn't have good enough aim. So we had CTs for that entire half. I had superior position and team play. Not necessarily better skill, although I'm pretty sure that's also true. But the combination of all those things, plus the fact that Mirage is slightly CT-sided, it's not really like overwhelmingly CT-sided at all, but it's like it's CT-sided. It's not the super CT-sidedness that Nuke is, and it's not the slight CT-sidedness that Dust 2 is, but it's somewhere in the middle, I guess, on the spectrum of whether it's CT or T-sided. It's like it's between between Nuke and Dust. Dust 2 is like just barely like it's not even like it's pretty much in the middle of the 7 maps, I think, because Cache, I would say, is slightly more T-sided than it is CT-sided. Like, it's on the other side of that divide, so it like goes I don't know, maybe I'm just talking about out of my ass, but that's what I think. At least it goes like the most T-sided map is probably Cobblestone. Yeah. Let's see, what maps am I missing? So yeah, like Nuke. Like from CT-sidedness to neutral, I would go like Nuke, Mirage. No, a Nuke, Overpass, Mirage, Dust 2, Cache. Um, which one am I missing? Because Cobblestone's last is the most T-sided, and I'm missing one in my head now. Dust 2, Mirage, Cache. Oh yeah, Inferno. Inferno is Inferno more? No, Inferno is not in the pool. What? Okay, let's find a game. Let's just look. Train. Oh, yeah, that's right. Train exists. I was gonna say Inferno is almost as T-sided as Cobblestone, like in the same way. Train. I'm not sure. I don't play Train enough to know whether it's C or T. I mean, like, I should. I mean, because the thing about Train when it's played like professionally, like with teams, is that you have teams that are like really good at Train, or just average at Train, or that just ban Train. You have like that like there's not really a very good gradient. Like you have basically like SK, who are the best team in the world on Train. Then you have teams that play Train but aren't necessarily like great at it, like Cloud9. A lot of Liquid teams. I mean, not a lot of I say a lot of Liquid teams, as I say a lot of American teams are like kind of okay at Train. Navi's pretty okay at Train because they have Guardian. Virtus Pro can play Train. Yeah, and there's some teams that just outright ban Train. So, and most of the time it is CT sided, I guess. Eh, I don't know. Whatever. There's my spectrum. Inferno used to be in the pool, but it's replaced with Nuke now. It's new. They revamped Inferno. But yeah, if it was back in the pool, I would expect what would I expect to get a remodel, honestly? What hasn't got a remodel? Train, no Train. Dust 2, honestly. Like that's the only thing, because Train's gone through changes. Uh, Mirage is recent. Nuke just went through remodeling, and Cobblestone is new. Overpass, I have no idea. I don't know why they would revamp Overpass. That's not exactly like a favorite map. It's just an interesting map. Cache was part of Operation, and that used to be an Operation map, and now it's just part of the pool. Yeah, and Inferno is a really old classic. Like I would expect Dust to like I can't imagine what other if they were to put Inferno back in the active duty pool. I can't imagine what they would take out other than Dust 2. But that would anger people probably because Dust 2 is Dust 2. Yeah, so these seven are okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Okay. I hope you learned something from this thing, this demo review, and good luck in your games.